thank you so much for coming out on this rainy weekend. It has been amazing so far, and we're very excited to have Funny with Pride coming to us. I also just want to welcome you to Town Hall Theater. Has anybody not been here before? Or is this... Okay, great. Woohoo! Yeah. We've been here for a while. Pentangle is in its 51st year, and we actually have a program called, a series called After Hours, and it's music, and we have our last one before we take the music to the river. Every Friday night this summer, you got to join us on the river for free. And on June 13th, which is next Friday, we have John Pinetree coming. He is an amazing blues guy, and he's also going to do a master class for the kids the next day. So please come back. But tonight we have Funny with Pride. You're going to have seen these people maybe on VH1 or on Hulu or the Mortified, let's see what it's called, the Mortified Guide, Shawn Hollenbach.
Hello, how are you? Is now the high heel race? I know they did it this morning. It rained this morning. Did anyone participate in the high heel race this morning? Let me hear it. You were, well, it is Pride Month, so you're a bystander? No, I want to hear, well, who's identifies as LGBTQ+? Let me just hear a round of applause. All right, who's an ally? I want to see who are allies. Lots of allies, lots of allies. I love it. And someone's in the family, so you have a friend, family member who identifies as queer. Oh, we all were once, don't worry. We all were. To start off, do you want to hear the top 10 reasons I should have known I was gay before I came out of the closet? Yeah, you guys are a little lively, but I just want to, do you want me to kick? How's that? Can I? There we go, yeah. Well, first of all, give it up for Pride Month, y'all. It's Pride Weekend here in Woodstock. Oh, now I can't see you, it's okay. Now you all get naked, or at least I'm imagining you so. But yeah, so talking about, since you're confused, I was once confused. Everyone in my family knew before I did. Like, it was like no shocker. You know, I went to school every day. Everyone called me gay. I had no clue. And here are the top 10 reasons I should have known I was queer before I came out of the closet. Are you ready? Do you want to hear them? All right. Number 10, on my 10th birthday, my twin brother was wearing a Spider-Man shirt. On his side of the cake was a baseball player. And I was wearing a 3/4 length Rehoboth beach tee. And on my side of the cake was a unicorn leaping over a rainbow. How did I not know? Number 9, I watched Dirty Dancing 7 times in one weekend wishing I was Jennifer Grey. I know, see? I did rewind that spot where he gets out of bed where you can see like kind of butt cheek a little bit. You know what I'm talking about. Patrick Swayze, oof. Number 8, my first music purchase was Tiffany. I think we're alone now. I certainly was. It's so true. Number 7 is I shared a Tyco racetrack with my twin brother that I magically turned into a Dickensian Christmas village all year long. Yes. Number 6, people used to say to my parents, "You have such a lovely daughter." I was very queer presenting as a child. Number 5, my first job was at a truck stop. If you know, you know. If you don't, that's okay. Just your wife might know and you don't. Okay, sir. All right, here in the front. Number 4, I used to carry around a stuffed Pomeranian. I used to pet and sing, "I'm waiting till I get a real one." I was like Dr. Evil at age 12. Number 3, my last girlfriend's name was ironically Summer Wrong. Totally true. It was from God. Number 2, I won the Home Economics Award in 8th grade for making silver lame pants. Yes. I was so shocked when I won, but I wasn't, because I was like, I am a designer and I am not gay apparently. And the number one reason I should have known I was gay before I came out of the closet, I used to lie and said I had a crush on Sandra Bullock. What straight man has a crush on Sandra Bullock? Zero, sir. See, the confused one doesn't even have a crush on Sandra Bullock. Give it up for me. Knowing that. It is a wild Pride Month. Is everyone caught up in the latest episode of The Real Housewives of Capitalism? It's happening between Trump and Elon Musk. I feel like this is the weirdest breakup. I can't wait till the next episode when Putin gets in on the action and they have a three-way on Pornhub. Okay. It's so weird. I'm so sorry. And I know, is this a family friendly? Can I get little crazy, a little dirty? I know, I think I did see a child in the audience. Is there a child? It's all good? Well, I've done it. So I say this because I live in the Berkshires of Western Massachusetts. Anyone know? Hey. Yeah, Tanglewood. You better not tangle with my wood, anti-drag legislators, I know. Well, you front row can. You can tangle with him. Yeah, so I did have a family-friendly show. It's like the Berkshires. They want to make sure everything's cool for kids. And I hosted a Pride karaoke show, and super fun. And it was like all parents who were getting wasted with their kids singing karaoke with songs that they couldn't actually sing. But then what was the weirdest part is that they were surveilling them like Black Mirror. Like they all had their cell phones up and these kids are trying to sing. And one mom, she came up to me with her daughter and her daughter said, "Do you have Good as Heck?" And I was like, "Is that a country song?" And the mom's like, "No, Good as Hell, Lizzo." And I was like, "Oh, yeah." She was like, "You're going to help her sing it, right?" I'm like, "If you're surveilling, ma'am, I'm not going to help her sing things like, ooh, child, tired of this bullshit. I'm not doing that on Pride Month. You're going to cancel me, bitch." No way. Okay, that's new. Thought I'd throw that in. How was it? Should I keep it or throw it? Keep it, throw it, work on it, workshop it a little bit? I love you're my guinea pigs here, Woodstock. You're like, give us A material, Hollenbach. That's it, A material. Step it up, thank you. Who said that? I'm wearing heels, 6 inches. Don't you 8-inch heels? Who said step it up? What's your name? Hey, Tom. Say hi to Tom, everybody. Tom, do you know everyone in this room? Not yet. Get to know Tom tonight. You're going to be my comedy coach. Give it up for Tom. I want to find out, are all you residents of Woodstock? Let me hear you. Who's visiting? A few. Who's here just for Pride weekend? Nobody, okay. Homophobic. I know, it's crazy. So I live in the Berkshires, and I lived in New York City for 20 years as an adult, and I'm a pandemic cliche. We moved there, I know, ooh, bad words. But I was so inspired to move to the country, and I watched the worst show on television to get me inspired to move. And that show is called House Hunters. Do we hate that show? I hate it so much that I wrote a song about it. Do you want to hear it? All right, let's hit it. Let's hit the song. There we go. Do you like house? I have 3 to show you. I want a house, but I'm on a budget, and I am not easy to please. I want 5 bedrooms, a man cave, and closets, but my budget's $123K. I want granite countertops, but you knew that, of course. I don't want sticky carpets, I want hardwood floors. And when I see that lawn, it better not make me yawn. Can we discuss the HOA fees? Cause I am a house hunter, baby. Show me something good or get lost. Cause I am a house hunter, baby. Raise the roof but not the cost. Are you ready for house number 2? Keep clapping. I said we didn't want an old fixer-upper, so let me start my list of complaints. It's outdated with that horrible backsplash, and I can't even deal with this paint. Ugh. You said you would find us something that would last us through a lifespan, but you can't seem to find our open floor plan. I said we need a pool, now show us something to make us drool. At the bottom of a low budget, please. Cause I am a house hunter, baby. Show me something good or get lost. Cause I am a house hunter, baby. Raise the roof but not the cost. Sheila still can't seem to find anything in her unrealistic budget, while Michael ignores the stupid family all day in his man cave. So true. Ready for house number 3? Come on! I can't dance in these heels. It's under budget, but outside the city. This'll make a longer commute. Can we get closer without getting smaller? This is something I can't dispute. K. When I go outside, all I hear is the highway. And we're far too close to that downtrodden chalet. I hate to be a pain, but we need space to entertain. I guess we'll take house number 3. Close! Cause I am a house hunter, baby. Tell me something good or get lost. Cause I am a house hunter, baby. Raise the roof but not the cost. You all know it now. Cause I am a house hunter, baby. Show me something good or get lost. Cause I am a house hunter, baby. Raise the roof but not the cost. Ding dong. Available on iTunes. And there's a music video. If you want to see me in front of a green screen, get ready. Are you all ready for some amazing show tonight? Let me hear you one more time. Are you ready? Ready to see an amazing show tonight? Your first comic is incredible, the funniest in Vermont, and also a New York City comedy festival comic to watch. Put your hands together for Kendall Farrell!
Woodstock, how are you guys? It's good to be here. This is a beautiful theater. I feel bad I'm about to defile it. This is not right. Well, happy Pride, everybody. It's reunion season. I went to my high school reunion this year. Has anybody else ever made a mistake? I wasn't even popular in high school. I just wanted to know who else is gay now. And I'll tell you this, Woodstock, it is never who you hope it's gonna be. Not even one gay lacrosse player. What a waste of a rental car. Never who you pray for. It was nobody from the football team, but it's gotta be somebody, right? So it's everybody from the Frisbee team. Sometimes it's who you most suspect. Are there, did Shawn already ask, are there any other gay people here? Wow. Okay, that seems like maybe a quarter of you. Am I reading that right? It's so funny. How many of you guys are straight? Okay, pretty evenly split, because sometimes when you do these pride shows, you're either performing for like mostly gay people, or sometimes you'll do these pride show where they just sort of bring you in so that straight people can see a gay person up close. They just bring you in like a zoo animal and they're like, look, he'll eat right from your hand if you keep your palm flat enough. I'm just there like, please. I used to do, I wasn't out when I was in high school, so I used to do kind of the same thing that Shawn used to do. I think a lot of young gay people do this. I would try to convince the other boys that I totally had crushes on hot girls just like everyone else. But then as a gay teen, I would like miss the mark on what a hot girl was. There'd be like boys in the locker room and they'd be like, fuck, Megan Fox is so hot. And then I would try to participate, like, yeah, hey, you know who I think is hot? Madonna. 50-year-old mother of 3. I think that's what gets all us red-blooded boys going. Anybody else happen to see bona fide sex icon Whoopi Goldberg in Sister Act? It's so funny he said Sandra Bullock because I used to do the same thing, Sandra Bullock in Miss Congeniality. And they'd be like, you're going to be asked to leave the locker room really soon. Then finally I'd throw like a Hail Mary and be like, you know who I think is hot? Lady Gaga. And then somebody would be like, I heard she has a dick. And I'd be like, I hate that. You ruined her for me now. I have a terrible gaydar. That's a gay radar if you're stupid. I feel like straight people often have a better gaydar than gay people. I don't know why. I assume it's because you guys have been practicing since middle school to get it right. My brother is straight. He has a much better gaydar than I do. Like, my cousin brought her girlfriend around for Thanksgiving, and I was like blindsided. I was like, holy shit, can't believe Anna's fucking gay too. And my brother was just like, why? I can believe it. She's been in the Coast Guard for 7 years. How did I miss that? Of course she loves pussy. It's salty like the seas that she loves. It makes total sense. I am a proud member of the LGBTQIA+ community. Is anybody else here not sure what those last couple letters stand for? I've been gay since it was just the 4 of us LGBTs, and we had a good ride. Now I'm trying to welcome our new community members, but I did have to Google who the fuck they are. First, the Q stands for questioning. I thought it stood for queer, but Mama was wrong again. But that one makes sense to me, you know, if you're a young man questioning his sexuality, come on down to Pride. Step into my office. You could leave with no questions left to ask. You could leave with answers you didn't even know you needed. The I stands for intersex, and I'm like, yeah, that makes sense to me. Whatever parts you have, you know, drinks on me. And the A stands for asexual, and I'm like, wait a minute, why are you guys here? Right? Like, isn't that the one letter that doesn't seem to naturally fit in there? Like, I'm not trying to kick anybody out of Pride. I'm just saying it doesn't super make sense to me, you know? Like, if you're having no sex, like, couldn't you be just as easily lumped in with straight people? Like, why do we have to take you? Like, gay people have been through enough that we should now be expected to make small talk at parties with these loser virgins. I'm just not so sure about the whole thing, you know? Like, if you're having no sex, why are you even in the same room as gay men who are having like 80% of the world's supply of intercourse? Like, if you're having no sex, you shouldn't be hanging out with gay men. You should be hanging out with, like, my parents. I'm sure Ken and Peg would love to have you for game night. To me, it's like having asexuals at Pride. It would be like if Hell's Angels also included like regular cyclists for some reason, you know? I can't tell if I'm like losing you guys with this one or not, because honestly, I live in a very liberal part of Brooklyn, and telling that joke there is a risk. There was one time somebody stood up in the middle of it and they were just like, no! You can't say that. It's not funny. And in my, heart, I was like, I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings. But as a comedian, I was like, I think it's going too far to say it's not funny. I think there were some good lines in there. Loser virgins may have been a touch too far, but I think the rest holds up pretty good. Thank you for taking my side. I didn't really know what to say to her, but I knew what not to say, because my first instinct was to just be like, all right, you seem really tense. God, if only there was some sort of fun and free and easy way to release tension. She didn't seem like she was going to be receptive to that, so instead I was just like, you know what, thank you for proving me right that asexuals aren't fun at parties. She got really upset. She stormed out. She went to the organizer. She demanded a ticket refund, and she got one. I was shocked about that. Tickets were $5. If you were wondering, I was like, well, you didn't need to fight over that. You could have just found that in a sewer grate after the show. But her rampage didn't even end there. She found me on social media and she like messaged me a couple days later and she was like, how dare you say this to me, a queer person? And I was like, well, if you read the joke, I actually don't really think of you as a queer person. It turned out not to be the teachable moment that she was hoping for. But I got to find out her name because she messaged me. Are you guys curious? If you're wondering, no, she was not some white woman named Karen, okay? Yeah, and that's because she was a white woman named Kathleen, which is hilariously close, right? Like, just makes me think that Karens have been around long enough that they're now mutating into more harmful variants. So look out for asexual Kathleen, everybody. She's out there and she's angry. It's Pride Month. It's also Father's Day. Doesn't it seem like those should be two completely separate, non-overlapping events? Gay men are kind of famously not in cahoots with our fathers, you know, like, it's Pride. Why am I being forced to call my greatest natural predator? What? What about daddies? I would thank a daddy for sure. I'll take calls from daddies any day. Every Pride, I always hear at least like one person be like, well, why can't we have a straight Pride? Has anybody here heard that before? It always makes me laugh, and I want to make it clear that it's not because of anything that I personally fucking said. I've actually never heard a gay person say that straight people couldn't have straight Pride. I think it's really down to a lack of initiative on your part at this point. But like, I'm in favor of it. Like, go nuts. I would love to see you try. And I'm wishing you the best of luck finding a straight parade planner. You guys think there's any men out there who are planning parades by day and crushing puss by night? I'm not sure that exists in nature. I think if you're planning parades on any sort of competent level, you're probably at least bisexual, right? I think straight pride is going to be poorly organized. I mean, without a lesbian in a headset, who will be in charge? With no gay men, there's going to be no sparkle, no cocaine. Straight pride is going to be so grim. I imagine just like a bunch of drunk people tailgating in the parking lot of a Home Depot. Just like grilling and listening to Kid Rock, like straight pride. That is just a joke, just so you guys know. I don't think straight people will ever take Home Depot back from lesbians anyway, so there's no need to be upset. I'm not really a big sports guy. I like watching the Olympics, though. Once every 4 years is the exact right amount of sports for this gay man. I was reading an article's headline that was in the form of a tweet. I don't know if anybody else is into literature like that. But it said that in the next Winter Olympics, they're going to have their first same-sex figure skating pair. That's pretty exciting, right? Yeah, it's great. Finally, there's going to be a place for gay people within the world of competitive ice dancing. Fingers crossed they'll be able to find 2 gay figure skaters and pair them up. I'm concerned that this very well might be the end of boy-girl figure skating. Now that they're letting the dudes pair up, I mean, what's going to be left for the women? I don't think there's very many lesbians in figure skating. They're too busy with shot put and rugby, so it wouldn't make sense. I think there's probably like 2 heterosexual men within all of figure skating, and I want to meet them. I want to hang out with the kind of man who like finishes ice pirouetting and then just takes off a skin-tight leotard and wipes his brow like, woo, now it's time to go get some pussy. What a way to live, right? I think it's funny when straight men shit on women's sports. Have you guys heard like straight men complaining about having to watch the WNBA? It's always funny to me because I also prefer watching men's sports because I'm fucking gay, bro. There's something very faggoty going on there. I can't quite put my finger on it. But whenever these straight men like try to explain why they prefer watching men's sports, it always just feels like they're trying to like pitch me on being gay. And I'm already pretty much balls deep in the gay lifestyle. Like, I don't need this weird elevator pitch where they're like, but they're just so much bigger and stronger than women. And I'm like, yeah, I think that's hot too. Why are we fighting? They just play at such a higher level. And I'm like, but why are you sweating? You're not playing anything right now. Trans women in sports, big issue right now. A lot of people out there say that if we let trans women just do sports, there's always like somebody on Fox News just screeching like, I think trans women should be banished from all sports. They shouldn't even be able to run in the park if they're faster than I am. There's all these people who say if we let trans women do sports, that there's going to be all these men out there who are going to transition to women so that they can like win at women's sports. I don't know if anybody here is thinking about doing that. But if your plan is to transition to a woman for all the money, power, and fame that come along with women's sports, I have some truly heartbreaking news for you. And it's that you'll make more money as a man in 4th place. So it might not be worth bolting tits on for, if I'm being totally honest with you guys. I grew up in Vermont. I'm from here. Thank you. Oh, you guys too? What are the odds of running into other Vermonters in Woodstock? People in New York ask what Vermont is like, and it's hard to describe. It's such a whimsical place. I tell people it's very liberal, but it's also very rural. So it's the only place you'll ever go where you'll see all these people at a poetry open mic, but they all have a gun for some reason. You'll see people like doing spoken word poetry about racism to an all-white audience, which is funny already. But then they drive home in like a lifted Ford F-150. It's the only place you'll hear somebody be like, I love my rifle and my trans son. If you think I've never heard a poem about a Glock, you would be wrong. But if you thought that it was a lamp shop that turned out to be a bar at night, you would be right. I grew up around Brattleboro, and outside of Vermont, Brattleboro is basically known for 3 things. One, there's a sizable mental health facility there called The Retreat. So sometimes I'll be in Pittsburgh or some shit, and I'll ask if anybody has heard of Brattleboro, and there'll be some wild gal in the back who'll be like, woo! And I'll be like, no way, what were you doing in Brattleboro? And then she'll remember what she was doing in Brattleboro. And she'll be like, oh shit, don't worry about it, I'm better now. The second thing Brattleboro is known for is our nudists. Back in the day, our nudists made the national news because it was still legal to hang out at this place called the Harmony parking lot. I used to call it the Harming Me parking lot. Has anybody here seen a nudist in the wild before? Yeah, okay. If you haven't, know this. It's never anybody you're hoping for. It's never anybody you would pay to see naked. It's usually somebody you would pay to see with like more coats on. A lot of these guys were so fat that even when they were stone cold naked, nothing was showing anyway. The third thing Brattleboro is known for is back during the Bush administration, we passed a town council resolution saying that if George Bush ever dared step foot in Brattleboro, we would be required to arrest him for war crimes. We were going to dispatch the old Brattleboro PD war crimes unit to have a shootout with the Secret Service, I guess. My favorite thing about that scenario is like, why is George Bush in Brattleboro in this insane hypothetical? Like, unless he's shopping for some sort of handmade wooden rocker, I think he's going to be able to ride this one out just fine. Has anybody here been up to Burlington lately? Yes, I used to live in Burlington. It's changed a little bit since last I was there. I love the whole like sort of cool mom approach to heroin use that they're taking up there. It's like, well, we don't, if you're gonna do heroin, just make sure it's on Church Street in front of a child. Let me know if you need any snacks. I saw that they hired a full-time city employee just to pick up needles. And I thought that was, it made me laugh because like that's the most Vermont approach to like solving this problem, where they're just like, you know, we don't love that these people are doing heroin in public, but we draw the line at littering. That is where we step in. These mountains are gonna stay green. I saw Vermont. It's like hard to describe. Like the best way I can describe it is one time I was coming home and I was driving. I just crossed the border and I saw a woman jogging. Nothing unusual about that, except that she was completely fucking topless. And she had like huge knockers too. They were like flying all over the place. Thank God it was like a back road in Vermont. If she tried to do this in Manhattan, like multiple fatalities, people would have. It's possible that's why they call them knockers. I don't know for sure because of the knockouts. But I mean, for like anywhere else, if you saw somebody jogging topless like that, you would like call 911 and be like, oh my God, somebody's having a psychiatric emergency. But since it was Vermont, I was like, oh God, it's good to be home. It feels nice. They should use her instead of the marker. Just like as soon as you see the topless jogger, you're in Vermont once again. People ask, okay, I'll leave you guys on a risk. Let's talk about the election, you know, and if it goes badly, I can speed away in my RAV4 after this. Something about the last election I thought was funny. I come from a conservative family, and a lot of them are still big mad about being called weird during the last election cycle. Do you guys remember that? I've been called weird plenty of times. Has anybody else been called weird here? Yeah, it didn't upset me. It was quite an upgrade from faggot, so I was happy to take it. These are people who have never been called real slurs before, and they shouldn't be taken too seriously. If you come from like conservative circles, you'll know that there's a lot of people out there who think that Kamala blew her way to the top. Have you guys heard this? She's some sort of blowjob queen in her like sensible blazers. To me, it doesn't really pass the smell test, but like I don't care. Like, good if her head game is that good, like I'm proud of her, you know? Good for her if she blew her way to the top. To me, that sounds harder than just working your way to the top, regular style, honestly. Like, it's called a blow job, not a blow hobby. It's harder than it looks, you know? Like, I've been blowing people for years, and you know where it got me? This theater. In front of this sparsely attended crowd. Yeah, it doesn't always end in the vice presidency, all right? I think if it were possible to blow your way to the top, Mike Pence would have already been like a 3-term president. All right, I don't like that you guys took Mike Pence's side on that more than I was hoping, but I got to get out of here, so enjoy the rest of the show.
Tom, how we doing? Good. Kristen? Kristen's good. Has anyone beat them yet so far as being best audience member? No, but give yourselves a round of applause for being amazing, you all. It's like Tom, Kristen, and everyone else, you know. So anyone else suffering from religious trauma? No. So I grew up in Pennsylvania, and for those of you who don't know, there's 3 parts of Pennsylvania. There's Philadelphia, there's Pittsburgh, and then there's Children of the Corn. That's where I'm from, the scary religious part. And my husband's from the South, and he went on mission trips as a kid. And what do you do is just sending a bunch of dumb kids to go to another country to do some work to get more people to join your religion. Is anyone here religious? I should have asked that first. If you are, then as long as you're not judgmental about it, give yourselves a round of applause. I'm spiritual. I am. Actually, I'm a psychic medium. But anyway, beyond that, I wrote a song about being a, what do you call it, a missionary. So hit it. From a children's perspective. You're so lucky we're on spring break. We're gonna save your heathen village for heaven's sake. We're gonna build you a church that you don't need. Put Bibles in your language, gonna wanna read. Cause the Lord brings us clean water that we are willing to share. In exchange for your salvation, just say this little prayer. We travel the world with our opinion that your God is dumb, but ours is real. We have means to share our story and save you from hell and your ordeal. Missionary positions. Missionary positions. All right, let's pray. Life is a mystery. Everyone must stand alone. I hear you call my name, and it feels like home. Oh no. Now that was secular music that we didn't want you to hear. It will turn you into homosexuals. I'm a butch straight guy right here. We travel the world with our opinion that your God is dumb, but ours is real. We have means to share our story to save you from hell and your ordeal. Missionary positions. Missionary positions. Missionary positions. Missionary positions. Let's pray. I'd like to thank Madonna Ciccone for the interlude. Are you ready for your last comedian for the night? This comedian has been seen on PBS. Please support public television right now. Go to public television. And also give it up for Will Pupura!
Keep it going for Shawn, everybody! The vibes are good. That's good news, because comedy runs on good vibes. Am I right, everybody? If someone in the crowd has bad vibes, I say F them. And the F stands for forgive. Radical forgiveness, people. F everybody and F yourself. You deserve it. We're going to achieve our dreams tonight. We're going to set some goals. We're going to leave the show 1% better than when we came in. I'm all about positivity. This is my year of aggressive self-care. Who's doing it with me? Come on. Who is journaling? Yes. Come on. We're doing it. Who is meditating? Yes. Come on. We're doing it. Who woke up in a car this morning? Come on. Yes. We're doing it. Who cried in the car on the way over to the show? Come on. Whose therapist is taking 3 weeks off and you told them it's okay, but it's not? It's not okay. You're hanging on by a thread. That's an applause break, and I didn't ask for it. You saw it. 2 claps. That's an applause break. I love this crowd. More than my dad. I told my dad I was bi when I was 12, and he told me, look, I love you no matter what you have to do to not be bi. And that set me back about 20 years. My dad was a classic, toxic Italian man. He gave me a lot of trauma, and it's hard for me to forget about it. Okay. It's strange that my father would judge my sexuality. Is there someone in this row over here? We got 2 people over there? That's good. I'm just trying to get the layout of everybody. Okay, great. This row is all to yourself? No one else in there? Nope, we got 2 people over there. Hello, friends. How are you back there? You picked the best seats in the house. Come on, look at that. How much did you pay? Double? Triple? You're like, come on, put us. Were you trying to be discreet? Did you not want to have any attention drawn to you? Because this actually does the opposite effect. You're like the only 2 people I could focus on right now, in fact. What are your names? Kim? Kim and Karen, VIPs. VIP, Kim and Karen. 1, 2, 3. VIP, Kim and Karen. Thank you for joining us. Are you like high society around here in Woodstock? Are one of you the mayor that I don't know about? Do you manage this place? You own the town hall. Don't say another word. You own the town hall. I know when I'm being stared at by management. Very good. Okay. It was strange that my father would judge my sexuality, even though I never judged my parents, even though they made me sleep in the same bed with them until I was 12. Who else? No one? Ouch. How does that affect me growing up? I got to sleep in between 2 full-size body pillows on either side of me with 2 angry faces painted on them because I just need that hostility to feel safe at night. I got a tape of them arguing. It's like my rainforest noise. I told that to my therapist. My therapist goes, Will, do you think maybe your family was dysfunctional? My therapist isn't very good. So sometimes I like to fake breakthroughs to make them feel better about the job they're doing. I'm like, dysfunctional? What? Aruga. I see a therapist because I have a lot of anxiety, friends. Where are my overthinkers in this room? And you didn't overthink responding. That was a step in the right direction. This year, we're not going to overthink. We're going to underthink. 1 thought per day. This morning, I woke up, I went, bagel, I'm done. I got nothing going in or out right now. I don't know where I am or how I got here. I'm addicted to my phone. I can't stop chewing on it. Who else in here has a phone addiction? Raise your hand. Good. Everybody's offline. You're all by the river, just watching the water flow, right? You have a phone addiction? You do. Good. Friends, we got to stop staring at the phone. Get outside, stare at the sun. It's beautiful out. You want to curb your phone addiction? Here's a hack. Put the phone in the car. Push the car off a cliff. That's the only way you're safe. I'm curbing my social media. I'm down to 2 hours per hour. Gotta be strong. Because I'm tired of scrolling and seeing people with a better life than me. Parties, vacations, furniture. It's just too much. Whoever didn't laugh, you have a couch and it shows. Living that sweet couch life. Kim and Karen, what kind of couch is it? I know it. The Honda people have never paid me to say this yet, but I did sleep in a Honda Element for a few months. And let me tell you something, folks. This is the penthouse of vehicles. You can fit so many things in there. A mat, that's it. Just a mat. But I loved car life. Waking up, sun pouring in through the windshield, surrounded by blue skies, the gentle rock of the tow truck hauling me away. I mean, you don't need an alarm clock when you're living that lifestyle. But I wasn't doing it for financial reasons, although during this time I saw I had $0 in the bank account, folks. Yikes. But I wasn't scared because I work for DoorDash. I can make $7 in 2 hours like that. I'm a survivor. Do they have DoorDash here? They do? Good, because I'm on call. Any minute now, you're going to order for something. We got to move fast, because Cumberland Farms is closing when? When does Cumberland Farms close? That's when the party stops. One laugh in the front, clock it in. We're trying to get 10,000 laughs tonight. I think we're almost there, right? Chuckles, chortles, giggles, guffaws. Saw somebody yawn. That counts. You're using the same muscles in your face when you yawn. I've been doing stand-up 10 years now, folks. First year I did stand-up, made $10 at a bar show. Framed it, put it on the wall, manifest it. I want to do more of this later on. And here I am, 10 years later, trying to get the $10 out of the frame. I need that 10. Need the 10. Don't want to break the frame, want to resell the frame, because the frame actually costs more than the 10. Who wants to buy the frame? Come on, this is my merch. LOLs, LMAOs, HAs, we're doing it. Folks, but don't get me wrong, I don't do stand-up for the money. No, I do it for the looks on people's faces after the show when they ask if you're okay. That's what makes it all worthwhile for me. What we're doing in this room, new friend walking in, big round of applause. I saw the door open. We're in the friendship business, and business is booming, folks. Look to your left, look to your right. You might have a new friend. What we're doing in this room is the most important thing in the world. You guessed it, networking. This is a networking opportunity. You're a handshake away from a job you don't want. I'm serious. Does everyone in here have their resume? See, that's a mistake. Not taking it personal. That has nothing to do with me. I know, that has nothing to do with me. You should have your resume on you at all times. The bathroom, slide it under the stall. That smell could be coming from a CEO. You have no idea what's on the other side. I'm looking for a job right now, and I think it's okay to lie on your resume. Am I right, everybody? I think that's okay. Sometimes I'll put the job I'm applying for on the resume, just to manifest. Why do you want to work here? I already do. And it's going great. Does anybody have a job interview coming up? Good. Everybody's employed? Great. Shrugged your shoulders? Maybe. What's your job? Sometimes banker. Great. Sometimes we need that. I like a bank where you go in and maybe there's no tellers. It was one of those sometimes days. There's no one here. Great. Banking. How are the banks right now? Are they safe? Great. That's what I want to hear. The banks are safe. Everyone relax. Do you like that job? It pays the bills. That sounds like maybe you don't like it. Do you like paying bills? That's right. Okay, you can't argue with that. I always say, if you're having a bad day at work, quit. It's never going to get better. If you have your boss's phone number, just quit. Just quit if you can. What's your dream job? Retirement. Start that dream tomorrow. Don't even apply, just start. Perfect. We're manifesting that for you. Retirement. So if you're going on a job interview, keep this in mind. You can answer any job interview question with these two answers. Don't worry about it. And you tell me. What was your last job? Don't worry about it. What does that mean? You tell me. Financial goals, what do we got? Let me help you with your financial goals. I'm an expert on this. Can I help anyone? Just shout it out. Financial goals. What's that? I heard savings. Excellent. People talk to me all the time, how can you accumulate savings? If you want savings in your life, do it with me. Cut out spending. It's toxic. This is going to be the year of theft. It's time to start stealing. Yes. Anybody in here online shopping? Stop. Everything that you find online, you can find at your local dumpster. Yeah. I furnished my entire apartment with things I found in the trash. Desk, found it in the trash. TV, found it in the trash. What did I see the other day just lying on the curb? 2007 Honda Civic. Thank you. Perfect condition, alarm still works. I mean, it's just amazing what people are throwing out in New York City. I am out of the car situation. I'm now living in a spooky house in Brooklyn, old spooky house. And I have one rule when it comes to this house. Positive vibes only. That's right. No negativity is allowed in the house. In this house, when one door closes, another one opens. Because in this house, it's haunted. Thank you. It's a haunted house. But even the ghosts are positive. They don't boo, they cheer. Come on, everybody. Come on. That's another applause break. You all heard it. I'm not delusional. Other financial goals? Anything? Go ahead. Don't be shy. It's cold in here, right? That's good. Or is this like a sleepover show? And I didn't know. Did everyone bring their sleeping bags? Millionaire? People often say, how do I become a millionaire? Keep this in mind, everybody in this room. The only thing between you and being a millionaire is $1 million. Right? So simple. And you can't get to $1 million without $1, which I usually keep on me, but not today. All right, so, but could you imagine if I did? Folks, let's team build. Let's learn everybody's names. We're going to have to go 10 times faster. Go. 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 Eyes on me. Go. Eyes on me. Everybody, eyes on me. Go. Faster. Double time, people. Double time. Back row. Second to last row. Go, go, go. Everybody. Names, loud and proud. Let's hear the names. All the way. Back row. Back row. Go. This corner. Kim? Kim and Karen. Karen. What is their name? Is it Kristen? No. Start it again. Start it again. Let's go. No one's listening. What? Bitsy. What's my name? Ouch. Okay, everybody. We're not active listening in here. I'm on the poster. My name is Will. That's a hard name because it's also a verb. Sometimes people will go, I will, and I'll go, no, I will. Come on. Come on. My last name is Purpura. That's a skin disease. So if you Google my name, Google recommends, will Purpura go away? Thank you. I love that. Oh my God. Who are you? Adopt me. Where are you? Allison? Alice? She said it twice because it was so nice. Affirming Allison. 1, 2, 3. Affirming Alice. I appreciate that. There we go. We're learning everyone's names. So what I'd like to do is change it to polio, because when you Google that, it's will polio come back? It's getting rough out there. Okay. Goals, people. Let's talk about it. Everybody in here has a dream, a goal, a wish. I do. I want to read 52 books this year. You heard me. That's 1 book per shower. Now, How are you going to do it? Because audiobooks count as reading. That's right, everybody. The movie based on the book counts as reading. Yes, it does. Buying the book counts as reading. Just buying the book, putting everything you own, you read. One laugh, clock it in. We got this. I also believe in supporting the local libraries. Right, everyone? Yeah. Why buy a book for $35 when you can go to the library and borrow a movie? Now, I'm reading a book right now, Jurassic Park. Has anyone read this book? No? You don't? Who needs to see it, right? When you have great writing just pouring off the page. I wrote down my favorite passage from Jurassic Park. Do you mind if I read a little bit? Well, with that enthusiasm, how could I say no? The dinosaur was big, really big. Not as big as a building, but you get it. Do you need to see it? Honestly. When the writing is just that good. All right, pivot, everyone. It's a yoga class now. Everybody, tree pose, let's go. I want to be yoga certified by tomorrow. Can I do it? There we go. No doubters. Doubters are just haters with facts. Don't ever let them get in the way of your goals. I'm no stranger to failure, but remember, a failure, that's just a victory that failed. You can achieve anything you want. We got to stop letting reality get in the way of positivity. Just as an example, when I was living in the car, I did it because I wanted to get out of, you guessed it, the comfort zone. Who's in the comfort zone here? You? Yeah. You look comfortable. Some might say too comfortable. Are you living in a house right now? Friend, do me a favor. Tomorrow, move out of that house. Can you do that for me? You'll try? Just to hold you accountable, give me the keys. I have to live in this house to make sure you're living your best life. Can you do that for me? Great. Everybody here is so nice. What are some things we're scared about? AI? Who's afraid of AI in here? You are. Please don't be afraid of AI because AI can sense fear. We got to play it cool. We got to play it as cool as possible. Yeah. Just act real nice. It's like that Twilight Zone where you're just like, everything's great. We love you. I don't like AI. I don't use AI. I don't even use Google anymore. If I want to learn something, I do what I used to. I don't. That's great. Thank you. Feel free. Constructive feedback. I take it. Thank you for the LOLs, the LMAOs, the HAHAHAs. I've got my sense of humor from my dad dying in front of me. He had a heart attack when I was 17. That is something you do not easily forget. But just in case I do, I taped it. If you go to my YouTube channel, it's under Epic Heart Fail, and I swear to you, it's funny. Get back on my side, please. Is my dad here? Don't. It's been 20 years. He hasn't haunted me once. Stubborn. He died so fast, I didn't even have the opportunity to say goodbye. He only heard good. We'll move on. He died very young, 59. So I'm trying to look after my health, even though I've had COVID 3 times. And I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I'm vaccinated. I'm boosted. I take vitamin D, zinc, bleach. I do everything. First case, mild. Second case, severe. Third case, just diarrhea nonstop. After a while, it's kind of fun. It's like a reverse bidet. Please laugh at that. Health goals, shout them out. What do we got in here? Everyone wants to get healthier. What is it? Lose weight. You know what the best way to do that is? Every doctor will tell you the best exercise in the world is, you guessed it, walking. This. Walking, best exercise. When I'm at the gym, I see people deadlifting when they should be walking. I see people doing burpees when they should be walking. I see people running. I'm like, you're so close. Just slow it down. And it's working. I'm getting thinner. Starting with my hair, working my way down. This is going to be the year of, say it with me, 1, 2, 3, fiber. We're going to eat a lot of fiber this year. Right now, every morning, I wake up, big bowl of oatmeal. Turn the box around, there's one ingredient, oats. That's a product you can trust. There's no toxic additives like flavor or taste. You don't need that in your life. Who's still eating eggs in here? Be honest with me. Who's still eating eggs? Replace your eggs with oats. The price never goes up because there is no demand. And then when you're done, eat the box, same taste. Let's eat more fruit. What's everybody's favorite fruit? Just shout out. Shout it out. Apple. Every time you eat an apple, a doctor dies. What else? What's that? Strawberry. There's 300 seeds on a strawberry. You eat one, you got 300 more coming out. Excellent choice. What else? Blueberries. You can eat 500 blueberries and still go swimming. There's not 1 calorie in a blueberry. Excellent choice. Don't really try that. What else? Banana. That's my favorite. Easy to peel, easy to steal. Every deli has a basket in the front where you could take a banana, leave a banana. Got a spare banana? Put it in the basket. Don't have one? Take one. It's yours. Fruit should be free. Am I right, everybody? Fruit should be free. Yeah. I'm a sober person because I realized I don't need alcohol to feel sad. I got this on my own. And I don't miss drinking, but I do miss crying at parties. That was fun. But parties are a little different now that I'm sober. For starters, no invites. And now, officially, as of a few weeks ago, I am 1 year no coffee. Anxiety is gone. Depression is back. And this time it's personal. So now I just drink tea, pure tea, nothing in it, no creamer, no sugar, no water. I just suck on the bag. I just suck on the bag. I'm getting a lot of applause breaks out of this corner pocket right over here. Who is it? My friend. What's the water intake in this room? Can everyone be honest with me? What's the water intake? Moderate. Thank you for your honesty. How much is it? A quart. That's not bad. What's your name, my friend? Corinne. Hydrated Corinne. 1, 2, 3. Hydrated Corinne. Pleasure to meet you. How can we do that? How can we get on Corinne's level? A quart of water a day. What do you think? A lot of people don't want to drink that much water because they don't like the taste. Here's a hack. Add sugar. Yeah. Add a little sugar in the water for taste. A little bit of sugar, a little bit of flour, make a cookie. Make a cookie. There's water in cookies, folks. There's water in things we drink all the time. We don't even realize have water. Seltzer, that's water. Tea, that's water. Bleach. So many things we drink gallons of every day already have water in it. All right, folks. God, I'm so happy right now. Wasn't always this happy. Used to be straight. Now, I think I'm about done. So, you've been a lovely crowd. Do you like positive affirmations, folks? What was that, 4 people? I just want to get the total number. I like positive affirmations. I write my own on my Instagram, and I'm going to read you one now, if you don't mind. Or maybe I'll just make a bit out of putting the microphone back. I feel like this could be a bit. No, forget it. Folks, when the world is betting against you, bet with those people. They probably know something you don't. And that way, if you lose, you still win. Folks, you've been a great crowd. I love you so much. Have a wonderful rest of your night.
Keep it going for Will Purpura! And keep it going for yourselves tonight. Happy Pride, everyone. Also, give it up for Vicki Ferentinos. And Kendall Farrell. Kendall, are you out there? If you are, come back up. Are you with Bitsy? Is Bitsy in the audience? Oh, there he is. Come on up. And also give it up for the theater here tonight. Give it up for the town of Woodstock. And give it up for yourselves. Have a wonderful Pride. Should we take a bow? It's the theater. And these shoes. Look at these. Aren't they great? Thank you.